right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh, by
Ba'ashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai, by
Ba'ashem,
Hashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akimat, they're pushing the word of sincerity and truth. Yes, the brothers here from Great Millstone, Atlanta. Yeah, we just want to do a lesson in regards to staying focused on the task that's at hand, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Staying focused on the task that's at hand. You know, we all know the tasks, our involvements in this truth deals with working, staying within the faith, doing what's required, our videos to wake up the elect, constantly administering. This truth is known as a vocation where we are called. Matter of fact, you get that up first, Ephesians 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a job, and any job pays you. Your pay is determined by the amount of effort that you put towards that job. Whenever you work a job, you have wages. Now of course, will works save us? No. The scriptures speak about through grace we're saved. But in the same token, James spoke about I show you my faith by my works. So while we have this grace period, we don't use this grace as an occasion to go to sleep and rest all damn day, man. It's a lot of work that needs to be done. That's why the scriptures tells you that in Proverbs, the 6th chapter, go to the ant thou sluggard. The ant is one of the most work productive animals, or insects there is. In most cases, of course, most insects work. They have certain things they have to do to actually naturally live and coexist. But the ant, not only individually do they take on a very, very hard task, but collectively, they have this one example dealing with ants. I've seen they could get like from one side on the lake. I think they could create like a damn near like a canoe.
Mm-hmm.
All of them will couple themselves together, and they might be actually in the water. And they float above water to get from one part to the next. It's all kind of different things that ants do. How they build their colonies, how collective they are to get a major feat done. And if anything is damaged, like say that you knock down an ant bed or something like that, they just get right back to work.
Yeah.
They don't know, it's over, we might as well.
Yeah, they get right back to
Because
work.
it's their instinct,
Mm-hmm.
They have an instinct of staying aggressively maintaining that workload, So how much more should we, stay activated when it comes to pertaining to doing this work? But we'll get that.
This is the book of Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that vocation deals in regards to a job. So we're called to do a job. And Jake like to cut corners, man. Most in the years that we in now, it's almost going to be 2023. Jake does not want to work. Jake looks at work as really not a priority. When the Lord set us up to work, you have to work, man. Paul spoke about even physically demanding work. You have to do that. Scripture says, hate not laborious work.
Mm-hmm.
Paul spoke about work, laboring with our hands.
Yeah.
The curse that was actually pertaining to Adam spoke about the sweat of thy brow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just talking about that from a physical standpoint, how Jake is not to involve themselves in physical work. And they get physical, tangible payments.
Yeah.
So how much more the spiritual work? Jake doesn't want to involve himself into this type of service. Storing up riches in heaven,
Mm-hmm.
Getting a major payout at the latter times rather than instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of Jakes don't. Yeah.
Yeah. They want that instant gratification, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Jake don't want to, get the down and dirty and nitty and gritty, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's what the Lord wants us to do, man. We're doing the dirty work, in order to be clean.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Continuing to hear, and it says verse 2, it says with all lowliness
Mm-hmm.
and meekness, so you have to do it with the humble spirit. To also because the scriptures also say that it shouldn't be a burden unto you. This is the work that the Lord called us to do, and you should want to do it, man. You shouldn't be grieved every time a brother may call you. Or it's a fellowship. I just want to go home. You know, that's not being lowly or humble or meek, man. You know, but it says with long suffering.
Yeah, that's why this truth is likened unto a race. Paul spoke about it.
Yeah.
Likened unto a marathon. When you look at the term of athlete, it deals with competing for a prize. And that prize is the kingdom of heaven. So we gotta want it. It's like, do you want to actually rest? You gotta work. A lot of people put so much emphasis on since we're dealing in regards to work and Jake. The Lord actually has physical things set up to see. But why does Jake work so hard even in the workforce? Right. So they can retire.
Yep.
So they can store up money into their 401k. Their pension plans, or if they're in a stock ownership plan with the company, so that they can have enough shares in their company. So when it's time for the major payout and to retire, they're set up for life.
Yeah.
For the rest of their lives. So it's the same thing with this. This is our spiritual life. Now we all know that the flesh profiteth nothing. But the spirit profiteth all things.
That's right.
So when we get in the spirit and we actually labor, there's a form of labor in the spirit world, man. Speaks about how to in Book of Revelations, how the angels work, man.
Yeah.
The word angels ain't just up in the heavens sipping Mai Tais and
feet kicked up.
Feet kicked up. The scriptures speak about how the angels don't even give. What is that? They don't eat, drink, nor give in the merit. So what are they doing?
Right.
Labor. Now is it physical labor like how we doing? No. But the scriptures even speak about how the 24 elders.
Oh yeah, no, I was just about to say.
Well, you go ahead.
They just worship, the Lord, continuously. So just like like how they worship the Lord 24/7. Hey, this work has to be done 24/7, man. Hey, that's why how, like the apostle always mention. Every time you go on YouTube, what you see, you either see a brother lesson being uploaded, or a brother's going live. That's the work that's being done every day, man. You can't even put a number on the amount of videos and lessons that brothers have put out, man. Starting with the apostles, man. Years of work, man, and they still doing it. Okay, so what more of us? What more for us? Us being in the truth for this little time, man. This is just the beginning. Because even when salvation comes, it's still work to be done, man.
Still work to be done. And that's why you gotta have a addiction to the work. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it speaks about being addicted to this administration, man.
Yeah.
You can't be one of those like a sloth. The scriptures speak about basically not to be sluggish or slothful.
I had that.
A sloth don't want to work. You don't want to be a spiritual sloth. If you look at the sloth and its whole physical makeup, it's designed to just not be fast. It has muscle tendons. Just the whole biological makeup is just to be slow as hell. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the individual that takes 1,000 years to play catch up. There's a lot of Jakes that's like that.
Yeah.
Always behind the 8 ball. Always.
Procrastination.
That's the slothfulness. Always procrastinating. Always got some good ass excuse, man. Always distracted. Which the word distract means off track. Here it is. This truth is the light, and you're supposed to be attracted unto the light, unless you're in darkness. But this truth is the light. And it's for you to follow the light.
That's right.
But Jake always wants to find some good way to, some damn side missions, man. They always trying to look for something that doesn't even exist. This place doesn't even exist.
Right.
They put too much energy and emphasis into this bullshit, man. And it boils down to the main stuff that you should be focused on is prophecy, man.
That's right. Me and the brother Abba was speaking. You know, he made a great point saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting certain things, you know, here in Babylon, but
Mm-hmm.
the Lord don't want us to be attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And Jake, you know, once they do put all, that's why the Lord don't want us to put all His spirit into this place, man, because people get attached to it.
Yep.
You know, we gotta be willing to let go of certain things here, which Jake is not, you know, willing to do, and that's why Jake get casted out the truth, or even they don't want to come into the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
You
Too
know.
much baggage.
Mm-hmm.
You got some more?
That was a pretty much the point on that.
You said we got.
John, I had Romans, speaking of the
Okay.
sloth.
You get that.
Okay, come. This is Romans chapter 12. I'll go straight to the point. Verse 11.
And you know what? But in the same token, it's fine. You know, if Jake don't want to work, when the scriptures speak about the men that was built in the temple, it was about the ones that really wanted it most,
Yeah.
man. You know, because the scripture says, "Get thee with men like unto thee."
Mm-hmm.
You know, even Jobs don't want a nigga that's not gonna work. It's
Right.
rather just fire your ass and get the most potent people, keep
Yeah.
them on the job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and because it's about tears, man. We
Yeah.
already know majority of these different Jakes of our people, they're worthless.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures speak about certain individuals that's going in vain.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't get butt hurt because of a nigga, you know, that's not coming into this thing.
Right.
You know, we already know that most of you Jakes is predestined for destruction.
Yeah.
You know, you are just waste material. You're wasting your lives, wasting your essence. You know,
Mhm.
doing everything just to stay trendy on the internet, staying in women business,
Yeah.
gossip all fucking day. You know, a lot of these Jakes, what the scripture says, the feminine shall not enter into the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, a man is designed to work. You know, stay out of the bullshit. Because work really keeps you out of the bullshit.
Yeah.
But majority of these Jake are effeminate, so they like being in the bullshit. Every Jake want to find some type of opposition. How the fuck all you niggas got ops?
Right.
You know? How the fuck all you niggas got some type of problems and drama? You know, really in the truth, you know, we don't have drama.
Mm.
You know, niggas in the streets hunting us down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But see, that's that effeminate spirit that be on Jake. Like to keep up with stuff. You're supposed to be keeping up with these prophecies. Keeping up. Scripture says to watch as well as pray.
That's right.
You know, Jake watched bullshit all day. You know, watching stuff with celebrities. Celebrity gossip this, celebrity Kanye this, Kim K this. It's this, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, you still finish.
Yeah.
So what is that doing to your spirit?
Mhm.
Draining you out. That's why, like we just said, in regards to this lesson, to stay focused on the matters at hand, man. The heavier matters, the wars that's taking place, which they're constantly brewing up and getting worse.
Mhm.
You know, the MOTB, which is right around the corner.
That's right.
You know, and the scripture says how wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. So
Mhm.
us laboring for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is gonna keep us stabilized.
That's right.
We're not working in vain. You got it.
Fine. This is Romans 12 and verse 11. It says, "Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord."
Mm-hmm.
You know, which the brother I seen Kabari call. You know, he put that precept on. That was the spirit. You know, they put it in the comment board. You know, but you know, the scriptures tells us, you know, to not slothful in business, because what we're in is a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a job, man. You know, so just like you'll show up, you know, on time to Esau's job, you know, but then, you do whatever he asks you to do, and you know, but when it comes to the work of the Lord, you know, you slacking,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you lazy, you know, you're not being diligent. You know, the Lord it says fervent in spirit are hot, man.
I got the definition of slothful.
Okay,
too. It says the words. Well, what is another name for slothful? The word indolent and lazy are common synonyms of slothful, while all three words mean not easily aroused to activity.
Mm.
Yeah, you Jakes don't like to get active, man. You're inactive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just counterproductive when it comes to the. And then Jake be wondering why they stuck in the same spot. Jake will be 45, you know, barely making it.
Yeah.
You know, and at their mama crib, in and out their mama crib, you know, They don't have any type of skills. Just been wasting time chasing ass all their fucking life.
Yeah.
You know, chasing after things that don't hold weight. But the scripture says, this definition says, while all three words means not easily aroused to activity, slothful implies a temperamental inability to act promptly or speedily when action or speed is called for. So this is the time. Here it is. The race has been set. Like you have the time, like on certain races, shoot the gun, whether it's car, it's a car race or actual
Horses.
Horse race. The gun is already fired. These trumpets is being blown, man. Which is spiritually that gun. Things are already showing. Oh shit, we should be working, man.
Yeah.
We should be getting in the good graces of the Most High. But the Lord is gonna come back. And he's going to bring a excruciating amount of judgment. And we don't want to get caught up in that.
That's right.
We don't want to get caught up in the wildfire of hell. So the only way that we can be, basically, taken away from the hell that's going to be set in is about working, man. Doing what is required. The Lord gave us a penny. You read the parable of the men that he gave a certain ability. He gave them so that they could work. When you have ability, you work with it.
Yeah.
If you got a skill, you use your skills. You go to grade school. You do your K through 12. After 12, you go to college. You get your certificates. You get skills. And with those skills, what the hell is the point of having all this stuff? Get to the point of having skills. You got, the skill of nursing, or dental skills, engineering skills, whatever. The list goes on, or a trade. What the hell is the point of having a trade if you're not gonna work it?
Yeah, you working at McDonald's.
You working at McDonald's. Well, there's a lot of jakes that's like that.
Yeah, that's what it doesn't mix.
Don't mix.
That's the same. Just comparing it to the truth. The Lord blessed us with these talents, but you giving it, as the scriptures even say, cast not just your pearls to swine. The Lord blessed us with these talents, but you just sitting on it, or you just, internet prophet, trying to, whatever the case may be, man. It's a correct way to do the work as well. You got it.
All right, this is Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. And this is Isaiah speaking. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Yeah, and even when you look at these heathens, they work, man. They're working against you. Majority of you jakes get caught up in this proverbial loop because you don't see actually how this world is working against you, working against your spirit. The scripture says we fight not against flesh and blood, but spirits, principalities, man. So it's certain spirits that's trying to get our asses, man. That's whole job is to keep you away from the spirit of the Lord. And it keeps you distracted by what? Party and bullshit.
Yeah,
Entertainment. Always kicking back, junk food armchair, man. Whether you're an armchair sports commentator, always got something to critique. It's always a Jake that always got something to critique that ain't doing shit.
Right.
Jake don't even be knowing how to play basketball, trying to tell all the, the details. Trying to say what LeBron should have done.
Right.
Nigga, you didn't even almost make it you didn't even make it to varsity. It's a lot of Jakes like that. Like, man, bro, your opinion don't even matter, bro. What you gotta say about, and then Jake be trying to criticize certain individuals that are on a way higher caliber than him. How the hell are you gonna do that?
Right.
That don't even make sense. But that goes back to that is really effeminate to a certain degree. Jake always got something to say about something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But when it comes to now don't get it wrong, we speak about certain things as far as boxing and stuff like that. We give our commentations.
Yeah.
about things pertaining to that, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the work, we get the job done,
Yeah.
you know. When it comes to actually laboring and you know putting up points really in this on the
Mhm.
spiritual scoreboard, we put
Yeah.
up points.
Yeah.
You know, you Jakes don't put up. No, I'm talking
Got
about dirty
zero.
niggas is in the negatives, man. You know, just wasting time on the clock.
Yeah.
You know, and then when that buzzer beat, you know, Jake gonna be like, oh shit, why ain't nobody tell me? We've been telling you.
Mhm.
The scriptures speak about how the prophets rose up beat time.
Beat times. Yeah.
You know, all these videos and epistles that's being laid out for you to, you know, readily receive.
Mhm.
You know, Jake would rather be on certain shit that's trending.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what's gonna catch Jake out of there.
Mhm. If I could add to the scripture, say, you know, they your conversation, you know, be holy, you know, or godliness, you know, which you know when brothers, you know, get together, or whether it's by lessons or not, you know, you better believe that the scriptures is being spoken about, man. You know, whether it's any type of you know conversation, you know, you could turn a basketball conversation into something that links with the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what we do because the scriptures say, you know, blessed is he, you know, that keepeth up with the sayings of this book, man. Roughly
Mhm.
paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our time is occupied in the prophecies
Mm-hmm.
because ultimately that's what matters right now, man. That's the task that is at hand. It's keeping up with the prophecy so you would know what time we're in.
Yeah, that's why it says to watch.
Hmm.
You know, scriptures speak about this us being on the tower. When you look at ancient medieval movies, individuals that was on the watchtower, that's not a easy. You know,
Hmm.
it's simple. Don't get it wrong. To pan around, making sure that you know, whatever clock watch, you know, that you actually or shift that you have to make sure that you're up, active, and observant. You know, but it
Hmm.
is individuals that you know rest when it's time to watch. The scripture says to watch. You know, but Jake don't even know what to watch for.
Yeah.
You know, here it is. We're behind enemy lines. You know, the you know nation that's always been against us is about to make a major move on us. War is brewing. A lot of Jakes don't even really know what's going on in Russia. They don't talk about stuff. Jake head is in the sand, man.
Hmm.
You know, they don't know the progressions of the war of Russia and Ukraine. They
No
don't look at,
reason.
yep, they don't know the reason. You know, Jake is really outdated, man. You know, that's why, for the most part, we don't take majority of you Negro serious.
Hmm.
You know, we look at the bigger issues at hand. You know, really these Edomites be watching. You
Hmm.
know, that's why you should watch videos with people that's actually taking certain things serious, man. All that other shit, man, it's a waste of time. You know, because what the scriptures speak about how Israel ate, drank, and rose up to play. Jake is
Hmm.
all about playing, man. Everything is a game. Scripture says it's a sport for a fool to do sin.
Yeah.
So everything with Jake is just entertainment.
Hmm.
If it ain't entertainment, they really not gonna veer towards that.
Yeah.
You know. But us, we can't be of those. You know, which I have that precept. You know. You know, basically not being in the same spirit of darkness with the majority of the world. You know, we gotta move like children of the light. You know. But you had something?
Yeah, I had that John 9.
Okay, you get that.
This is the book of John, chapter 9, and verse 4. And it says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work.
You bring it down.
Okay, so hey, this is the sayings of Yahweh Shai as well. You know, but, you know, it said, I must work the work of him that sent me, you know, while it is day. You know, because now, you know, like we always say, we're in that grace period. You know, the Lord has given us grace to obtain salvation. You know, so now, you know, like He commanded us to do, you know, we gotta go out to the highways and byways, warn our people, tell the heathens their judgment, you know, and so on and so forth, man. That's our grace period, which the scripture is basically saying take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because why? Because the time is coming, you know, when nobody will be able to work. You know, that's when Jacob's trouble really is in full effect, man. You know, martial law on the streets. You know, people kicking in doors because the Lord's not gonna have the prophets out, forever, man.
Mhm.
You know, sending that warning out, telling our people to get right. You know, disassociate yourself with this place.
Mhm.
You know, because hey, the Lord, and that night, hey, the Lord's about to flick that switch off, man, real soon. You know, to where you ain't gonna be able to. Oh, where are those prophets? Those guys who had the garments on with the fringes, who said this is what you ain't gonna be able to find this, man. Okay, so it says work while it is day, because the night cometh when no man can work. All right, we're building up that resume, our work resume to turn into the Lord, man. And listed on is all our works, man. But like you said, Jay got 0 points. So they turn in a blank piece of paper, the Lord will write a big ass F on it. F plus.
Yeah, like, what the hell is you doing, man? And you look at it like, yo, all this time I gave you?
Yeah.
Like his exam. When you have a exam in school, the teacher gives you more than enough time to get the exam finished.
Yeah.
Whether it's multiple choice or certain fill in the blank, whatever. Here it is, Jake turning in the paper. You, like, this nigga ain't even.
No name.
No name.
No date.
No date. Like, what the. That pissed the teacher off. Like, this guy retarded.
Yeah.
Even people that special ed, mentally challenged, be politically correct. People that's mentally challenged, you would give them exams. They put a little effort in it.
Yeah.
You Jakes, you act like you're more slower than fucking retards, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jake is always here. It is Jake. Middle of the exam, they trying to flirt, trying to get some eye contact from the fine chick.
Yeah.
She got her head down working. He just,
Yeah. He ain't
like
giving a damn about this.
Checking out Jake's shoes.
Yeah.
Everything but the actual paper that's right in their faces, man.
Right.
But then when they asses fail, then they cry.
Help me out. Give me a little bit more time. Can I do it over?
Nah.
The Lord is that teacher be like, nah, I gave you enough time.
Cause what? They got a whole batch of kids that actually wanted more. That's finna be on the next. Right after that bell ring, they finna come in. They gotta take. So you gonna take what the scripture says about the virgins. You gotta go to the sellers and buy.
Yep. 5 wise and 5 foolish.
5 wise and 5 foolish. Which we can close with that one though.
You want to go? Okay.
But I had something that we'll close with that.
Okay.
But that's how Jake is. Jake is just a foolish virgin, wasting their goodies, man. What is a virgin supposed to be doing? That which is required. Which the scriptures speak about the lamps. Reserving yourself, keeping yourself chaste. The scriptures speak about being a chaste virgin, man. Which chaste deals with spiritually chastised, man. Not always in the streets. Like majority of our people, they're for the men and the women. They just for the streets, man. Doing everything, and the streets ain't nothing but a waste of effing time, man. If you're gonna be in the streets, you're supposed to be on them highways and byways.
That's right.
Now, of course, there's times where you might go out and get a drink. You might go out and do a few things, just to have a little downtime. But like we just said, this comes first. This set the precedent of everything in your life. That's why the scripture says, seek the kingdom of heaven first, and then all these things shall be added
unto you.
Because it ain't like we don't go out and get drinks and stuff like that. But we know the matter, like the scripture speak about, like the lesson we title, to take heed or stay focused on the matters at hand. We know the matters that's at hand. And we put our investment and our treasures into this. We got stock in this work. We got our portfolio set up through the Spirit, man. A lot of Jakes, their portfolio's empty, and they in the same, in the streets, in the club, bar.
No progression.
And we might be in the same place, but we did it. We did. We, like I said, work first, play later. We work, so we got. We got grace to play. A lot of you Jakes ain't working for shit. All you doing is playing. But then when it's bill time and when it's time to really, cash out, you ain't got it to pay.
Right.
But that's on you. You can't blame. And then Jake want to play the blame game. You can't blame nobody but yourself, Jake. You had the time to work, but you didn't want to work. So hey, that's on you. That's why it tells you in Ezekiel about warning. So that the blood is, because technically the blood is off of our hands. You got to
This is Matthew chapter 25 and verse 1. It says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins,
Mm-hmm.
which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish."
Mm-hmm.
That bridegroom being Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
You know, and it says, "They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took the oil in their vessels with their lamps." You know, that oil being likened unto the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it says 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. You know, it's going to get into it. And it says, "While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight," you know, at midnight we read the scriptures in John the 4th chapter about night. You know, and it says, "There was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out." You see? So when Yahweh Shai returns, you know, hey, those 5 foolish virgins, you know, their works isn't gonna equate, you know, to salvation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they didn't put, you know, the time and effort into what the Lord wants us to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it says,
And it's not a lot, man.
uh,
You know, this ain't back-breaking work. You know, like the Lord wants you to bend over backwards. You know, the scriptures just speak about warning. You know, doing the work of the evangelist. You know, praying, fasting, reading. Blessed is he that readeth, study to show thyself approved. You know, going through what the Lord told us. You know, so that you'll be qualified to be delivered. You know, the Lord ain't just. The scriptures speak about the elect. You know, which is 144,000 and the 1/3. The 144,000 and the 1/3 are going to do that which is required. You know, in spirit and in truth.
right.
You know, when it's time, when everything hits the fan, they're gonna call on the name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna you know,
Yeah.
not leave. Like scripture speak about the first love, not leaving the first love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doing everything that it takes to get on that chariot, man.
Yeah.
You know, so when them chariots delivered you, that's like, yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
You know, that's your coupon to get up on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the scripture says even those that say, Lord, Lord, you know,
Yeah.
shall not enter. What he spoke about him not knowing you. Why he don't know you? Because you wasn't doing that which is required.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were being a foolish virgin rather than a wise virgin.
Yeah.
You didn't put the oil in your lamp. You know, you didn't walk around with the truth as a light to you know, keep you steered, you know, away from, you know, wickedness, you know,
Mhm.
and madness. You didn't use this truth as a navigation point to get to the final destination, which is the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know, you stayed within the darkness and you wallowed in it.
Yeah. You wasn't fervent in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because even, you know, with the oil and the lamp, you know, the oil is to keep the lamp lit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which is that spirit, that fire. You know, so if we aren't continually filling our lamps with oil, and we'll eventually go out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your body will be cold. You know, there's no spirit within you, man. You know, when a person dies, that's why they cold, because it's not a spirit. The spirit is hot.
It's pretty hot.
You know, so when a person dies, he turns cold, man. You know, and that's basically because the scriptures speak about, you know, the dry bones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the breath, you know, the Lord, you know, put that breath within us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Lord willing, we continue. You know, but continuing, it says, verse 8, "And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out." You see, so that they're gonna, you know, like, you know, we made mention, hey, the people gonna be running and trying to seek where we are. You know, because they gonna realize that we have a spirit. You know, like the scriptures say that he's gonna make a man more precious than golden offering, man. You know.
A lot of people gonna be asking why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why God? Why is this happening? Why?
Yeah.
What's the reason for all this? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And we already been telling Jake over and over. We like a broken record at this point.
Yeah.
You know, which we don't mind. We keep doing it. You know,
Mhm.
this is, you know, it's always something new in the truth. learn and feed off of, you know. But, you know, to you, Jakes, the scriptures speak about, you know, this truth likened unto a song, man. You know, here it is, we're constantly playing the tune for you, but you don't want to tune in.
Yeah.
But then when you're gonna need the tune, you don't know the tune.
You don't know it. Playing all the wrong notes,
Playing all the
standing
wrong
out.
notes. Yep.
You know, because we all, like the scripture say, you know, we all like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so me and this brother, we gonna be on that same tune.
Same accord.
So if you ain't the same accord, so if you mashing that wrong button, you looking like
nah, man.
that note ain't right.
Yeah,
That's how the Lord looking, man.
Oh, we all, you know, playing the tune and we got the same instruments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, here it is. We got let me think of an instrument. I just say drums. You know, we playing drums, and you come in with a clarinet. Hey, yo, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
Off tune.
Yeah.
You know, it might just, you know, be everybody like you would have certain drum set, you know, drum schools and stuff like that. So everybody have to have a drum to learn.
Yeah.
You know, the beats or whatnot. You come in with the wrong fucking and playing all off key.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this guy, man? You gonna get kicked the hell out.
Yeah.
You know, but that's Jake though.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
John, verse 9, it says, "But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves."
Because right now the Lord is giving it out abundantly. You know, there's gonna even come a time where you ain't gonna be able to just sit down and just read these words, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with Genesis 1:1. You know, when things get to shaking, you know, that's why the scriptures speak about getting it while the getting is good, man. Strike when the iron hot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so you already have those reserves of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you ain't gotta play. You know, you ain't gotta really figure it out in the latter times.
Yeah. Hey, because we seen it with the vid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when things start, you know, happening, you know, pertaining to the end of the world, what do people do? They get more spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
We seen it. People started getting more spiritual. You know, who is God? What does He look like? Who are His people? These are the questions that's going to be asked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that last go around is going to be too late.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But finishing, it says, verse 10, "And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came." You see, so Yahushua came, you know, when those 5 foolish, you know, virgins, you know, went to buy. All right, that's like you missing, you know, your ride at the airport, man. You fucked. You screwed.
That airplane ain't finna just turn around. Oh yeah, it was just somebody missed it. They were like, why he missed it? They ain't even finna ask that.
You turn around trying to buy a ticket at the airport.
Too late, man. It's too late.
That's why they say they're foolish, man.
You don't want to be one of them individuals to miss that bus, man.
Right.
You know, it's a certain time appointment. You know, arrival time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why the scriptures speak about doing it early.
Mm-hmm.
It's better off to just be earlier than late. Because if you early, you're pretty much punctual. You got time to, you know what I'm saying? If you go to the airport early, get you a coffee, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get you, you know, already
kicking, you read the newspaper.
You can be one of the first ones in line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might have to wait in line a few minutes, but guess what? You in line, you already, you know,
Yeah.
you prepared.
Hey, that's what we tell brothers here. You know, because we are Salakia too. But you know how we have a lot of brothers who visit Atlanta, which Atlanta is the busiest airport in America. All right, so when they flight, you know, when brothers leaving, they're heading out, you know, and they flight come at, let's say 6, so we be like, man, hey, you might want to get there like 3, 4 o'clock, you know, just to be safe, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to, because time is sensitive, man. You know, scriptures, and I had that in Ephesians, but I you know, probably just quoted in Ephesians 5th chapter where it speaks about redeeming the time because the days are evil. You know, we got to buy back our time, man. Can't play with this time. Time can catch up on you, man. You know, you see certain Jakes, they be like, man, if I would have used my time wisely, man. They got regrets because they didn't use their time. You know, certain Jakes make stupid decisions and they in prison. You know, prison is really to kill your time, your life. Your life is you know, you have a time clock literally over your head that you don't see.
Yeah.
You know, it's set every second, every minute, every hour. You know, it's literally of the essence. You know, your essence. You know. So we have to take advantage of our time. You know, the scriptures speak about even when you're using your time, utilizing it, you have a promise of on this life and the kingdom to come.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So it's always about getting into the stuff that's potent. What's going to get you from level 1 to level 2? What's going to get you from level 2 to level 3?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of this bullshit, it ain't going to get us there.
Yeah.
You know, so stay focused on this task. You know, we keep saying the same. You know, like I said, the task, but it's important, man. You know, a lot of Jake does not like handling business. Look at Jake with chores. Basic things: clean up, make your bed, wash the dishes, put the dishes up. A lot of Jake, they don't even like folding laundry.
Yeah.
You know, Jake look at folding laundry as some colossal errand. Bro, all you doing is folding, man.
Mm-hmm.
So how much? I was like, when it comes to this, you be like, nah, Jake ain't qualified. They can't even get down to the basics.
Right.
You know, you got it.
It says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins.
And that coming to buy is like your purchasing power is even worthless, man.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the main things that you, like we always say, to pay with is paying attention. You know, you don't want to try to pay attention to stuff when it's too late.
Right.
You know, but the scriptures even speak about how the slothful will desire in that day, but the ones that actually harvest, the scriptures speak about that in Proverbs about the harvest. The ones that basically get everything in the summer when it's harvest time. How is it? I want to get it how it's written. Basically, they're gonna be full, but when the ones that want it in that time, it's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna get this real fast, and we'll go back to it. Read these too fast. Proverbs 10:5. He that gathereth in summer is a wise son. See, this is the summertime. This is the time where opportune time. But he that sleepeth in harvest is a son that calls and say, here it is, it's the time to gather. Harvest is the end gather.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't gather when it's time to gather.
Right.
But then you're going to want to eat, right? You know? Because when winter hit, it ain't no time to gather. Everything dying. You see? It's too late. Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Which is the plowing is the work.
Yeah. By reason of the cold. Oh, because you got that account, you know, the guy who made the excuse. You know, that's a lot of Jake like he make excuses, man, on why they can't do certain things. This is a no excuse ministry. Yeah.
Therefore shall he beg in the harvest and have nothing. Go to the there was begging.
Yeah, they beg.
And why would somebody here it is, knowing it's harvest, and then I'm gathering, constantly gathering. You seeing this harvest, but you sleeping, and then it's like I said, every excuse, and then you're gonna ask for that's disrespectful. You're gonna look at them sour like, is you serious? You really gonna ask me when you seen how abundantly, plentiful the harvest was? You know,
right?
You could have gathered, but you didn't take it serious because you was being a big boy sloth. You know, you wanted to be in the house playing video games all goddamn day.
Right.
You know. But then you seeing, you know, it's time to gather, you know, it's time, this is the cash out time. It's cold, it ain't nothing on the, you know, on the front to actually gather. You're supposed to already have everything in your house. Storing up, the scripture speak about storing up.
Store up your treasures.
Store up your treasures. You're supposed to have your store already dead set, you know, but Jake's store empty. It's on you. You got it.
And it says, afterward, verse 11, afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. You know, that was pretty much the point. But, you know, hey, get the getting while the getting is good, you know, like the saying goes, man. Hey, because that getting is coming, you know, to an end very, very soon. You know?
And then, like you just said, it's about learning this word, man. You know, you got to take this thing serious. You know, it's a lot of people that don't take these biblical verses serious. They think it's a myth or it's something. They always going off of what somebody told them. You know, but if you're gonna walk in that darkness, you know, when judgment comes, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. You know, but for the brother that's actually taking it serious, that's what it's about. You know, doing, like I said, doing the work of an evangelist. You know, making full proof of our ministry. You know, constantly, staying within the service because it's gonna pay off. When everything it hits the fan, we're gonna know exactly what time it is, and we're gonna know how to move in that time. You know, Scripture speaks about the devil gonna cast you into prison. Speaks about all these different scenarios and the solution for those scenarios when you're in that. You know, and we have examples of Daniel in the lions den, Joseph. These certain men, they had so much faith in the Lord, spiritual stocks in the heavens, that when critical times started to the climate changed, they was able to adapt.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, ultimately adapting in the times that's going to come, because it's going to be very, very dark times.
Yeah.
You know, but we're not going to have to walk in that darkness. We're going to have the light because we're putting our energy into this, man.
Right.
You know, and the energy of the Lord is going to, steer us to safety. You know, Scripture speak about how Psalm 34:7, how the Lord, angels encampeth around about them that fear him. You know, so with that, hopefully, brothers, a few sisters edified. We're gonna end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.